Hi, this is James of Mega Life 21, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet. And you can go to our homepage at www.myspace.com/megalife21 and of course www.youtube.com/megalife21, and most importantly our flagship website www.newslettercensored.com. I am here at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey with my partner, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, and off in the distance is the personal assistant to the Wizard Azibuko, Esmeralda, in her office, and I am, of course, James. How's everybody doing?
All right.
All right. Autumn is growing close. It is September of 2009, and the weather is absolutely beautiful for this Labor Day weekend. Okay, it is Saturday, Labor Day weekend. What is it, September 5th? September 5th, 2009. Okay.
Calendar right there.
And it's very dry out there and sunny, and I like it this way. Now, you're probably wondering why I am all dressed in red.
Yeah, why are you all dressed in red?
I have the red do-rag, and I have this lovely velour spandex looking red shirt. I'll tell you why I'm all in red. It has to do with the theme to today's video, which is the differences between socialism and free market capitalism, the way the right-wing conservative fundamentalists want it to be, and the fact that socialism, believe it or not, pure uncorrupted socialism versus untotalitarian versus pure uncorrupted, which is rare, free market capitalism. Or anyway, the uncorrupted socialism is much closer to the teachings of the Bible and the God of the Bible than free market capitalism is. Now, don't misconstrue what I'm saying, listeners. God and the Bible are not political. So let's just clarify that right now. God is not political. Jesus is not political at all. But in terms of politics on this lousy, vile world of ours with the human race that's screwing it up, pure, uncorrupted socialism is much closer to the God of the Bible than the right-wing fundamentalist conservatives, free market capitalism that they claim. Of course, conservatives claim they are much closer to God than us wicked, secular, humanist liberals.
You mean that free market capitalism that got us in the financial meltdown that we're experiencing right now?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
The damage that was done by GW in the past 8 years, the nail in the coffin, so to speak, by the Republicans. But the Republicans always like to lie and always blame the Democrats for everything. You know, but the proof is in the pudding. You know, anytime, it's well-known fact that anytime a liberal Democrat debates, he brings with him or her concrete, proven scientific fact, and all the Republicans have is ideology and their crazy, deluded, religious mumbo-jumbo, their version of Christianity. Oh, by the way, that Pastor Steven Anderson is still shooting his mouth off.
Oh, yeah.
She's praying for Barack Obama's demise. So anyway, I would like to read a little something. This came from an article that was sent to me by my right-wing conservative uncle. We go back and forth with the email, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna shorten this, summarize it. There was a man way back when by the name of Norman Mattoon Thomas, who was born October 20th, 1884, and he died December 19th, 1968. Now, Norman Mattoon Thomas was the head of the American Socialist Party, and he was the Socialist Party candidate for many decades, right? Many decades. Okay, and what he said was, America, the United States, will never really adopt socialism in terms of accepting and adopting the Socialist Party. All right? But there's no need for Norman Mattoon Thomas to really run for president as a socialist, because eventually the United States will become a socialist nation, because the liberal Democratic Party has adopted the socialist platform.
Much like populism.
The term liberalism, he mentioned the term liberalism, is, give or take in a roundabout way, very similar to socialism. So that's good news. They adopted the socialist platform. So being that the United States will eventually, I guess through disgruntled Americans that are just at the end of their rope.
Probably when they're starving, out in the street,
jobless, homeless.
Out of the ERs, you know.
Yeah.
Out of their job, no jobs left. Maybe they'll, maybe they'll get their asses, the masses out in the street.
Right. Maybe they'll form militias and learn to use AK-47s or something.
Actually, the right wing are the ones who always want to form militias.
Yeah. But the point is this. Well, yeah, the right wingers are the ones that like to shoot abortion clinic doctors, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so when Americans are at the end of their rope, when push comes to shove, when they're backed into a corner, desperate, with nothing to lose, that's when people and animals are most dangerous, right, Reverend Dr. Bill? When they have nothing to lose.
Yes.
Okay. Then they will say, screw this right-wing bullshit, right-wing fundamentalist free market capitalism, screw it, we're going to vote liberal, and the country will eventually, sort of like it is now, mostly controlled by the liberal Democrats. But the problem is, the backstabbing, moderate, and conservative blue dog Democrats that are the hidden enemy, so to speak. So anyway, that's pretty much the deal. I'm wearing red, a lovely outfit, I may say, because when you deal with the evidence before you, even though God is not political, pure, pure, uncorrupted, non-totalitarian socialism is much closer to the teachings of the Bible than free market capitalism in its purest form, which is what the Republicans want. No welfare, no social programs, just no middle class, because that's competition.
Well,
the entrepreneurs are competition for the fat cats, and just the poor with no welfare. The poor die off, and you have 1 or 2% of the population that run the country, the wealthy, the elitists. And guess what? Elitists, there's no consumers left because they have no money. The jobs are all outsourced. They, even if you bring back slavery, which the right wing, I bet, would love, and even if America works below the minimum wage, 60, 70 hours a week with no benefits, they still won't have money to buy your products, you idiots.
True. And remember, when you're talking about socialism and free market capitalism being, socialism being close to God's economics and stuff like that.
Well, closer.
You just got to remember that there are two ways of living in life. One is give, one is get. God's way is the give way. The Republican free market globalization way is obviously get. Anybody can see that.
Oh, it's obvious.
The get way of life. So that's the devil's way of life, if you're going to talk biblically.
The devil's economics is free market capitalism.
Is get.
And God's economics is
me.
Closer to socialism, yeah. I guess the extreme would be Marxist communism, where they don't believe in freedom of religion. I don't know why they're so hung up on religion, but and things like that.
Well, as Marx says, it was the opium of the people. You know?
Oh, it's like when Jesse Ventura said, "Organized religion is for weak-minded people."
Yeah, well, if you're going to adhere to the Bible,
right?
You're going to go by the Bible, what it says, then 99% of all religions are fantasies, delusions, opium of the people. They're not worth anything.
True.
Because they're worshiping fantasies.
Well, you said the secret.
Remember in the old, we had the Greeks, we had the Romans.
I know. All right, we got it.
They worship gods. They don't exist anymore.
They don't exist. Zeus.
Odin.
Odin, yeah.
They don't exist.
Mythology. All right,
Mythology.
we got to take a break.